It looks like there's a lot of energy already out there today.
Yeah, there really is, Bianca. It kind of feels like a football tailgate. I'm here with Adrian Robison from St. Louis, Missouri. Adrian, you follow these Trump rallies across the country. You've been doing it for several years now. I mean, tell me about the energy, the excitement that people like you experience when you come to these things.
It's very overwhelming. It's super exciting, you know, especially when you go to a new state in a new city. You're going to meet a whole different group of people. The language is going to be different. They're going to be excited about it. It's like a rock concert almost. You know, it's very electrifying when everybody just comes together, all the shouting and woohoo's and yelling. It gets you going. Great. It gets your blood flowing.
Absolutely. And Bianca, what I really want to impart, and Adrian, we've been talking about this, you know, the folks at CNN and MSNBC, when they look at a Trump rally, you are probably not the kind of image that they're expecting to see. But you are a passionate fan of Donald Trump. Tell me about that. It wasn't always that way. You were an Obama supporter originally. What made you change over to supporting former President Trump?
With Trump, I like how Trump was always straightforward. You know, he didn't seem to me as like he was some kind of robot, like he had some kind of hidden agenda. And for too long, I've watched politicians tell us what they think we want to hear, and then they get in office and they don't do what they promised us that they were going to do. With Trump, he's a put up or shut up kind of guy. And he means what he says, and he's very passionate. He's for the people, and I love that about him. You know, he does it. Yeah, he offends people sometimes with the way he may word things, but he's getting his point across. We can relate to that as Americans, you know.
We saw Donald Trump make inroads with the black community both in 2016 and 2020. Why do you think that is the case, especially when it comes to, you know, bail reform or talking about funding historically black colleges? Tell me about the support in the black community for Donald Trump. Do you think that that's rising as we head into the next election cycle?
I absolutely think it's rising. I think that people are starting to see past the curtains on what these career politicians have been hiding from us. You know, they work for the people, and they haven't been working for the people. And where I'm from, in St. Louis, Missouri, I come from an urban neighborhood, and people didn't support Trump because of some of the things that we hear in the news about Trump and some of the negative things that people may say and some of the rumors. But I think people are really starting to come around because they're sick of the lies. They're sick of being misled. They're sick of no kind of help is coming. No, our situations, our schools are not being fixed. The crime is not coming down. We had seen a upsurge in jobs when Trump was in. These are things that we want to see in those urban communities as well.
And that's a lot of things that a lot of folks are anticipating on hearing from former President Trump when he comes on stage here in Conroe, Texas tomorrow night. We'll be here all day.